The peninsula forced to readjust their routines to do something that takes most just a few seconds.
I worry about why life changed like this. I just feel weird why people still mail.
Why this crime in particular has been so difficult to prevent. Then the Memorial Day weekend traffic will be here very soon. Even more reason to avoid part of the city dealing with another repaving project. Plus, music, crowds, and everything that comes with it. People in San Francisco could soon be seeing even more concerts popping up. And it is about to be the end of an era. We are just minutes away from the final farewell to The Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
And of course, I'm grateful to you, the audience, who have joined us.
From KPIX, this is The Late News with Sara Donchey on CBS News Bay Area.
Hi, I'm Sara Donchey. Well, it has not been a great month for the city of Mountain View. First, it was that water issue when people in one neighborhood were left without safe drinking water for almost a month, imagine. Thankfully, that has been fixed. But now another neighborhood in the city has its own problem after a string of mail thefts. People living there can't get packages delivered to their door. Instead, they have to wait until the middle of the day on Wednesdays and Fridays to pick up their packages at a postal annex. Andrea Nakano explains why coming up with a better long-term solution has been so challenging.
This is where thousands of Mountain View residents are coming to pick up their mail, a postal annex on La Avenida Street.
It's make my life not convenient, you know. I have to come here and pick my mail on certain time and location.
Mail pickup is only available on Wednesday and Fridays between 10 and 1. Penny says she's been doing this for about 2 months now because of a rash of mail thefts.
I just feel weird why people still mail.
According to the postal office, thieves are targeting large mailboxes at apartment and condominium complexes, getting quick access to a large hall.
The issue is with that, first of all, the residents have their mail stolen, credit cards stolen, debit cards stolen, confidential information like tax information, social security, things stolen as well.
Oriel says this has been going on for a long time. He adds they fix the mailboxes quickly, but thieves are even faster at breaking into them again.
So when we fix them, maybe a few days after, they come back and they do exactly the same thing.
Oriel says they are working with apartment and condominium complexes to figure out a permanent solution. One idea has been to create some sort of enclosure to make it harder for the thieves to break in. Residents, though, are clearly frustrated and are hoping to get mail delivered to their homes soon.
I worry about why life changed like this. I worry about the safety, everything.
Now, back in February, Mountain View police say they arrested a married couple who they say they caught stealing more than 1,500 pieces of mail. But people say that has not stopped the problem. Okay, Memorial Day weekend is almost here, right around the corner, and people on San Francisco's west side can expect to deal with more than just the holiday traffic. Caltrans will start its third and final phase of its 19th Avenue repaving project tomorrow. It'll be the end of a series of weekend closures to fix one of the city's busiest corridors. The 75-hour closure starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then it runs until early Monday morning, like it has in the recent past. North and southbound lanes of 19th Avenue, though, will be closed this time from Sloat Boulevard to Holloway Avenue, right next to San Francisco State. Like in past closures, Caltrans will keep one lane in each direction open for public transit and local access. Drivers are urged to use alternate routes because that single lane tends to get very backed up. Speaking of Memorial Day trips, California gas prices are the highest they have been in 4 years. AAA says San Francisco is seeing an average of $6.33 a gallon. That's for regular. Oakland's average is $6.22, and San Jose drivers are paying around $6.16 per gallon. AAA says 45 million Americans will travel between today and Monday, many of them flying, even though higher oil prices are making it more expensive to do that, too. And higher prices certainly didn't stop families from packing SFO ahead of the holiday weekend. Airport officials expect about 650,000 passengers to pass through from Friday to Monday. Travelers say they are still making their vacation plans work, even if it means shelling out a lot more money.
You just do what you have to do and do what you want to do. And you have to pay the price. That's all you have to do.
Some say they try to save money by booking their flights months in advance. Others say they've been cutting back in other areas as long as they can get that vacation in or visit their families. Okay, today is a very different day for us. It is the end of an era on late night TV and for us here at CBS. Stephen Colbert taking the stage for the final time at the Ed Sullivan Theater. He's ending his run as host as the Late Show franchise goes dark after tonight. Colbert took over in 2015 after David Letterman retired from the gig. Dick Brennan talked to fans lucky enough to get a ticket for that final episode.
It's the end of the line for the Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and these folks are just happy to be part of the send-off.
I'm so sad, but I'm so grateful that I get to be a part of this.
I guess it's disbelief. I kind of thought it was one of those. It's another joke.
I'm heartbroken. I look forward to watching this every night.
Welcome, one and all to the Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert.
It's been 11 years of laughs, and everyone who's anyone is stopping by to say goodbye.
This is like being back home for me.
David Letterman was back.
Here we go.
With a human trick of his own. Stephen always wanted the answers to the big questions.
What do you think happens when we die?
Well, I think if I've been good, I get to watch my reruns. If I've been bad, well...
There have been kiss-offs. Stephen was even a man of song. And dance. But at the core of the comedy, political humor.
As the RNC crowns their orange manatee.
Last week, Trump sent Iran a one-page memo outlining his peace plan. Will you go to peace with me? Yes, no.
Paramount Skydance, the parent company of CBS, says The Late Show is being canceled for financial reasons, but many critics blame pressure from the Trump administration.
You can take a man's show, you can't take a man's voice.
I think it's the death of free speech.
And now The Late Show, born with Letterman in '93 and carried on by Colbert, signs off. And no send-off would be right without all the hosts with the most.
Come on, what's better than this?
All right, it's going to feel different around here, that's for sure. But for fans of Colbert's Ben and Jerry collab, Stephen Colbert's American Dream, don't worry, that's not going away at the very least. The ice cream brand says it will have a new look soon, and proceeds from it will support charitable causes through the Stephen Colbert American Dream Fund. So we will cry into our ice cream after tonight. Senate Republicans heading out of town for Memorial Day after sharing their frustration with the acting attorney general.
Republicans are in complete disarray.
But this is, this is just stupid on stilts.
Why they punted on an immigration issue over a controversial new compensation fund. And just as fire season is starting, California says fair plan premiums are going up. The massive hikes that some people can expect.
And you can forget the low 90s inland. Today was the last day we're doing that for a while. And as we head into the holiday weekend, it's all about the marine layer and cooling us down. Some of us are going to be 20 degrees cooler over the holiday than you were today. Show you who, and I'll get everybody's number on the map as well, coming up after the break.
CBS Tonight. It's the last Late Show with Stephen Colbert, with surprises down to the very end.
That's it for the Late Show. Good night.
Tonight on CBS. CBS Tonight. It's the last Late Show with Stephen Colbert, with surprises down to the very end.
That's it for the Late Show. Good night.
Tonight on CBS.
Well, there was a kind of GOP revolt on Capitol Hill started today. Senate Republicans left D.C. without voting on a key immigration bill. Some of them are upset over inflated security costs related to the White House ballroom and a nearly $1.8 billion Justice Department fund that has raised a lot of controversy. That fund, according to the Trump administration, is meant to compensate anybody, including Trump allies, who feel that they were politically prosecuted. Some Republicans say that they're upset that these payouts could end up going to January 6th rioters. They raised those concerns with Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche today.
What do you want to hear from Todd Blanche?
about the payout pot for punks? Not a lot. Look, under what circumstances would it ever make sense to provide restitution for people who were either pled guilty or were found guilty in a court of law?
Republican leaders say they will not vote on the immigration enforcement measure until they return from Memorial Day recess. That is not until the first week of June. It's also President Trump's self-imposed deadline for them to pass it. In California, homeowners will see a big spike in their insurance rates this fall. Stop me if you've heard that before. The state's FAIR plan covers more than 600,000 homeowners who can't get insurance otherwise. In October, premiums will rise by an average of 30% and as much as 50%. Some homeowners will see their rates drop. Properties in fire-prone areas, though, face the largest increases. That's places like Orinda, where the average annual premium will jump to about $7,000. All right, now we turn to the fires that are burning now in California. Crews are getting a handle on the Sandy fire. That is the one that we've told you about that's burning in Simi Valley outside of LA. Firefighters say as of now, that one is 30% contained. Flames are still, though, threatening some nearby homes as crews have been focusing on smoldering hot spots.
CBS Bay Area weather is sponsored by the first ever Kia Telluride Turbo Hybrid, built for going the distance no matter the season.
Not going to lie, Darren, it's early in the fire season, and it's been a rough start, at least in parts of California. Yeah. It makes you a little nervous.
It does. We got a long summer ahead of us. As long as we don't get any real significant long-duration heat waves, that's the big one, and we don't see any of those in the next week. Instead, we got a cool down. Today was the last day in the 90s if you were inland. In case you were not near to see it, that's what the marine layer was doing through the Golden Gate today. It was charging in. Here's what it's doing right now. It's already filling in the Salinas Valley. You're looking at 1 hour here, and you can see the clouds working their way down. It's just like spilling through all the low spots. Let me step this down. I want to show you what it's going to do tonight, because it is going to overtake pretty much most of us for the Bay tonight. You can see the marine layer here building in. There's that classic little streamer that's still coming in right over the city. But if we put the Futurecast imagery on here, here's where it is when you wake up tomorrow morning. It fills in most of the low spots. You can see it's filling in the Santa Clara Valley here. It does not get inland to the Tri-Valley, but come up here to Napa for a second. It's not high enough to get over the East Bay Hills. So it's going to squeeze in through the Golden Gate all night and stay low, work its way up around the Carquinas, and then go all the way in and perfectly fill in Napa Valley tomorrow. It's also going to squeeze in through the Petaluma Gap. So if you're in the North Bay, you're waking up to gray skies tomorrow. Anywhere down the peninsula and in the South Bay, you're going to wake up to them as well. But if we look at where we're going to be for daytime highs, it's the start of a subtle cooling trend. Not low 90s inland, but we'll get you back down into the low and mid 80s. Let's hang out here on the wide shot for a second if we can, because I really want to get you into the weekend. We're going to leave Friday behind, and we're going to watch what happens with the fog as we go into Saturday. Saturday, it works its way back in again, only it goes a little bit further into the North Bay. It might not fill in much of the South Bay on Saturday, but either way, the cool air is streaming in, and look how much cooler we are on Saturday. And we'll stay here as well. Just kind of pick out your part of the bay as much as you can. Inland valleys, you're now falling back down into the upper 70s. That was fast. It was 90 to there today. By Saturday, it's upper 70s, but we're not done. Here comes Sunday, and we're going to see the marine layer build in even more so that by the time we get into Sunday, everybody should wake up to the marine layer, and now this will be the bottom, and Sunday is going to be our example for both Sunday and Monday. Now you can do the tour. This is basically what you can plan on for the whole the last 2 days of the holiday weekend. Saturday might just be a little bit warmer than this, but Sunday and Monday are going to be pretty much spot on with each other. Marine layer gray morning. Clouds will melt back to the beach by about noon, maybe 1 o'clock at the latest. And these numbers are coming down. Some of these are 20 degrees cooler than you were today. All right, that gets us through Monday. Interesting things then start to appear as we look out into the Pacific. There's a system out there that wants to try and bring us a little bit of rain. And if we put that into the Futurecast, what we see on here is a very weak front after the holiday. So we're going all the way ahead now to Tuesday of next week. But look at that line of rain there. We're not getting rain. If we get it, it'll be a drop or two overnight Monday into Tuesday. Why I really wanted you to see this is because when that weak front comes through, it's just going to annihilate the marine layer. So it's a cold front, but it's actually going to warm us up because that big cold mass of air is going to push aside the marine layer that we've been living in, which is all the cool, wet, heavy air down here. It's going to break that up and move it out. It's interesting, and it's counterintuitive to what you would normally think. The warm-up is not extreme, But you'll see it in the 7-day forecast. I know all eyes are on the weekend. There's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, your cool down for the inland microclimate. And then next week, we're going to warm back up again with sunny skies. So the marine layer gray is going to stick around through the holiday. And then by the time we get to like the early and middle part of next week, it's kind of be like earlier this week was. And it looks the same for the bay there. You can see what the temperatures look like. They're just a little cooler. All right, Sarah, back to you.
All right, well, now we will be prepared for this next story because this Sunday morning, we're going to be out in the fog. The Carnival Parade rolls through the Mission. It won't be all fog. You can catch all the action starting at 10 a.m. I am hosting alongside my friend Matt Lively. Join us on Sunday over on KPIX Plus and streaming on CBS News Bay Area. Vern, it's going to be a party.
Sounds like appointment TV to me. Hey, straight ahead in sports, a NASCAR generational driver gone far too soon. The Knicks weren't the only game in New York because the Valkyries played tonight like they had a good night's sleep in Brooklyn.
Brought to you by Kia. Movement that inspires.
CBS Morning. What she said. CBS Mornings on CBS and where else? Paramount Plus. See you at 7. CBS Mornings.
All right, let's talk a little Valkyries, shall we?
They only had 6 turnovers tonight. And defensively, oh my gosh, full-on attack mode tonight. 5 Valkyries in double figures. They treated the Liberty like that cartoon Roadrunner treated the Coyote. It was dominance like Secretariat at the Belmont Stakes. Oh, the Liberty Miss Sabrina Ionescu, the Mirani High School star, has not played this season. Bad foot. The Valkyries got off on the good foot. Good ball movement here, and Kyla Charles was in charge. The floater put him up 9. Charles scored 13. After the Liberty started the second quarter on a 10-0 run, Valkyries were hardly threatened. Gabby Williams hit one of her 4 threes. Williams led the Valkyries with 16. Third quarter, Valks start to pull away. New York turned it over. Kayla Thornton made him pay for it, took the contact, was fouled. Free throw pushed the lead to 17. Fourth quarter, the lead is now 20. Veronica Burton fouled by Julie Van Loo, and it didn't matter. Crazy shot. Burton at 13, and Golden State, in their first game in 8 days, rolled 87-70, improved to 3-1. And Friday, they give Indiana a try. Here's Coach.
Our players bringing that type of, I would say, type of heat. You know, with those the amount of days off, though, it almost felt like we were some caged animals, like ready to go.
We came in with a really good game plan. It gave us all the time in the world to prepare for this game. Being on the road, having a back-to-back, you can kind of get into self-pity mode or whatever, but I think just we embraced the opportunity to come here and compete.
Sobering goodbye to Kyle Busch. Hall of Famer, NASCAR's winningest driver, was hospitalized for an illness and died today at age 41. Two-time Cup champion, double winner at Sonoma, had not missed a race in 12 seasons, 234 career wins, including 63 on the Cup Car Series. Here's the transition back to the games. NBA, Knicks hosted the Cavaliers again for Game 2 Eastern Finals. Third quarter, Knicks up 15. They left Josh Hart wide open. New York scored 18 straight points. Hart scored 26. Cleveland got it down to 10. No worries for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges hit a corner pocket 3, pushed the lead to 13. Knicks hosted 109-93, their 9th straight playoff win for a 2-0 series lead. So the scene shifts to Cleveland for Game 3 Saturday night. Cleveland 6-1 at home this postseason. And Sarah, there are many who feel that the Western Conference champion, San Antonio, or defending champion Oklahoma City, will be the new NBA champion.
Yeah, you know, I grew up a Laker fan. I have to admit, though, I love the videos of Knicks fans celebrating when they win. They're just nuts. So that's kind of what I'm hoping.
Chest out, strutting, and proud.
And cursing, yes, and throwing pizza. A Cybertruck driver decided to test out a special feature on his car this week. Why he's facing charges after that didn't work.
CBS Tonight. It's the last Late Show with Stephen Colbert, with surprises down to the very end.
That's it for the Late Show. Good night.
Tonight on CBS.
San Francisco's Golden Gate Park concert series could be allowed to continue for the next 9 years. Some neighbors have opposed that, complaining about the noise, the traffic, and the extended park closures. The city's Rec and Park Commission advanced a proposal today, paving the way for more major live music events on the Polo Field, plus free concerts around the city. It would also help fund neighborhood projects in the Sunset and Richmond and increase revenue for city parks and services. The Board of Supervisors will now consider the proposal. A Cybertruck driver is facing charges after testing out the truck's wade mode by driving into a lake. Yeah. Police in Grapevine, Texas say they were called to a boat ramp on Monday where they found the Cybertruck in the water. The driver told them that he did it on purpose, but the truck stopped working and water started coming in. Everybody was able to get out safely, thankfully. Firefighters lifted the truck out of the lake. The driver now faces charges for operating a vehicle in a closed section of the lake, plus other water safety equipment violations. Damages untold. All right, after more than a decade behind the Late Show desk, Stephen Colbert says goodbye. We'll look back at the last several years. It's kind of a sad mood in here tonight because at the Late News, it is the very last time that we will pitch over to the legendary Stephen Colbert. As we've told you, the final night of the Late Show is tonight in just a few minutes. So before we do that, we wanted to look back on some funny and iconic moments over the last few years.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Legally, I have to ask you right now, are you high? Tonight at the Late Show, the legendary Robert De Niro. Am I talking to him? Am I talking to him? Am I talking to him? Yes, I am. You get a ticket, and you get a ticket, and you get a ticket. Everybody gets a ticket to the color purple.
You make it look very easy. So congratulations again to you and the entire staff.
Thank you. I will pass that on to the entire staff, but you and I both know it's really the host. Do you think God cares who wins the Super Bowl?
No. I mean, if he did, the Saints would have won.
A very special social distancing edition of The Late Show.
It's got a fork.
Yep.
Then you want to take off just a little bit off the top right here.
Okay.
And then just eat as much as you want. And I am proud to say, I am absolutely proud to say, we are the first show back up on Broadway. Suck it, Lion King.
We are live. We are live. We are live. Live?
I hope you'll accept my apology, and I just want to give you the opportunity. Is there anybody you'd like to apologize to right now yourself?
No.
No? Promise me. Promise me. Promise me this rose. Promise me rose. Promise me this rose.
What?
You'll let me get up on that door with you. Follow-up question. Are you going nuts?
Look, the reason I came on the Jimmy Kimmel Show is because I'm not.
Oh, are you gonna enjoy watching Matlock and this mother?
Oh.
And let me tell you something. Here's the thing.
Not right now, John.
Yeah, we had to put that together for you guys because there have just been so many good ones, so many hits.
We'll miss you, Stephen.
I know, we will.
And for new viewers who are here to see the last Stephen Colbert, we're still going to be here.
Yes.
Make this a thing. We'll be here with you at 11 o'clock.
Slightly less funny, perhaps, but still worth the watch. I have to say it, contractually obligated. Thank you so much for watching. The Late Show for the final time with Stephen Colbert is next.